75. Independent study of roles and responsibilities of Department of Defense components relating to missile defense. Subtitle E Other Matters Sector 1681. Cooperative Threat Reduction Funds. Sector 1682. Modification to Estimate of Damages from Federal Communications Commission Order 20-48. Sector 1683. Establishment of office, organizational structure, and authorities to address unidentified aerial phenomena. Sector 1684. Determination on certain activities with unusually hazardous risks. Sector 1685. Study by Public Interest Declassification Board relating to certain tests in the Marshall Islands. Sector 1686. Protection of Major Range and Test Facility Base. Sector 1687. Congressional Commission on the Strategic Posture of the United States. Title 17 Technical Amendments related to the Transfer and Reorganization of Defense Acquisition Statutes Sector 1701. Technical, conforming, and clerical amendments related to Title 18 of the fiscal year 2021 NDAA. Sector 1702. Conforming cross-reference technical amendments related to the Transfer and Reorganization of Defense Acquisition Statutes. Division B Military Construction Authorizations Sector 2001. Short title. Sector 2002. Expiration of authorizations and amounts required to be specified by law. Sector 2003. Effective date and automatic execution of conforming changes to tables of sections, tables of contents, and similar tabular entries. Title XXI Army Military Construction Sector 2101. Authorized Army construction and land acquisition projects. Sector 2102. Family housing. Sector 2103. Authorization of appropriations, Army. Sector 2104. Extension of authority to carry out certain fiscal year 2017 project. Sector 2105. Additional authority to carry out fiscal year 2018 projects at Fort Bliss, Texas. Sector 2106. Modification of authority to carry out certain fiscal year 2021 project. Sector 2107. Additional authorized funding source for certain fiscal year 2022 project. Title XXI Navy Military Construction Sector 2201. Authorized Navy construction and land acquisition projects. Sector 2202. Family housing. Sector 2203. Authorization of appropriations, Navy. Title 23 Air Force Military Construction Sector 2301. Authorized Air Force construction and land acquisition projects. Sector 2302. Family housing. Sector 2303. Authorization of appropriations, Air Force. Sector 2304. Extension of authority to carry out certain fiscal year 2017 projects. Sector 2305. Modification of authority to carry out military construction projects at Tyndall Air Force Base, Florida. Title XXIV Defense Agencies Military Construction Sector 2401. Authorized Defense Agencies construction and land acquisition projects. Sector 2402. Authorized Energy Resilience and Conservation Investment Program projects. Sector 2403. Authorization of appropriations, defense agencies. Sector 2404. Extension and modification of authority to carry out certain fiscal years 2017 and 2019 projects. Title XXV International Programs Subtitle A North Atlantic Treaty Organization Security Investment Program Sector 2501. Authorized NATO construction and land acquisition projects. Sector 2502. Authorization of appropriations, NATO. Subtitle B Host Country In-Kind Contributions Sector 2511. Republic of Korea Funded Construction Projects. Sector 2512. Republic of Poland Funded Construction Projects. Title XXVI Guard and Reserve Forces Facilities Sector 2601. Authorized Army National Guard construction and land acquisition projects. Sector 2602. Authorized Army Reserve construction and land acquisition projects. Sector 2603. Authorized Navy Reserve and Marine Corps Reserve construction and land acquisition projects. Sector 2604. Authorized Air National Guard construction and land acquisition projects. Sector 2605. Authorized Air Force Reserve construction and land acquisition projects. Sector 2606. Authorization of appropriations, National Guard and Reserve. Title XY Base Realignment and Closure Activities Sector 2701. Authorization of appropriations for base realignment and closure activities funded through Department of Defense Base Closure Account. Sector 2702. Prohibition on conducting additional base realignment and closure, BRAC, round. Sector 2703. Conditions on closure of certain portion of Pueblo Chemical Depot and Chemical Agent Destruction Pilot Plant, Colorado. Title XY Military Construction General Provisions Subtitle A Military Construction Program Changes Sector 2801. Public availability of information on facilities sustainment, restoration, and modernization projects. Sector 2802. Limitations on authorized cost and scope of work variations. Sector 2803. Department of Defense stormwater management projects for military installations and defense access roads. Sector 2804. Use of amounts available for operation and maintenance in carrying out military construction projects for energy resilience, energy security, or energy conservation. Sector 2805. Flood risk management for military construction. Sector 2806. Modification and extension of temporary, limited authority to use operation and maintenance funds for construction projects in certain areas outside the United States. Subtitle B. Continuation of Military Housing Reform. Sector 2811. Modification of calculation of military housing contractor pay for privatized military housing. Sector 2812. Applicability of window fall prevention requirements to all military family housing, whether privatized or government-owned and government-controlled. Sector 2813. Applicability of disability laws to privatized military housing units and clarification of prohibition against collection from tenants of amounts in addition to rent. Sector 2814. Required investments in improving military unaccompanied housing. Sector 2815. Improvement of security of lodging and living spaces on military installations. Sector 2816. Improvement of Department of Defense Child Development Centers and increased availability of child care for children of military personnel. Subtitle C. Real Property and Facilities Administration. Sector 2821. Secretary of the Navy Authority to support development and operation of National Museum of the United States Navy. Sector 2822. Expansion of Secretary of the Navy Authority to lease and license United States Navy museum facilities to generate revenue to support museum administration and operations. Subtitle D. Military Facilities Master Plan Requirements. Sector 2831. Cooperation with state and local governments in development of master plans for major military installations. Sector 2832. Additional changes to requirements regarding master plans for major military installations. Sector 2833. Prompt completion of military installation resilience component of master plans for at-risk major military installations. Sector 2834. Master plans and investment strategies for Army ammunition plants guiding future infrastructure, facility, and production equipment improvements. Subtitle E. Matters related to Unified Facilities Criteria and Military Construction Planning and Design. Sector 2841. Amendment of Unified Facilities Criteria to require inclusion of private nursing and lactation space in certain military construction projects. Sector 2842. Revisions to Unified Facilities Criteria regarding use of variable refrigerant flow systems. Sector 2843. Amendment of Unified Facilities Criteria to promote energy-efficient military installations. Sector 2844. Additional Department of Defense